Now to Abuja, the crisis in Venezuela continues to rage despite efforts by some countries to see an end to it. Citizens are at the receiving end as economic hardship bites even harder. The most recent countries to wade into the fracas are Norway and Russia, as well as the Vatican, the United Nations and the European Union. Moyo Thomas met with the Vice President of Venezuela to find out if these efforts have yielded results. Her report.
The Venezuelan presidential crisis started on the 10th of January 2019 after organizations such as the Organization of American States, OAS, asked President Maduro to step down. The Venezuelan government believes that there are vested interests who want to see the end of the Maduro administration. Vice President Aristobullo Isturiz goes further, accusing the United States of imposition because of his interest in the abundant natural resources in Venezuela. If these accusations were true, it is an infringement on Venezuela's sovereignty.
The
government of Mr. Trump has imposed lots of aggressions, lots of actions against the Venezuelan people. But our people is resisting. And the problem is that the United States government wants to control the natural resources in Venezuela. They want to control, as you know, Venezuela has the first oil reserves in the world. We have one of the biggest gold and other type of mineral reserves, water, biodiversity, and that's what they are trying to control historically, not just from now. They are applying a non-conventional type of war against Venezuela with economical war, with trade blockade, with unilateral and illegal sanctions. They are trying to defeat, to affect the life of our people, but we are resisting, and we always hope that they take their hands of Venezuela.
According to the United Nations, about 2.3 million citizens of Venezuela are now refugees in neighboring countries like Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia. The Vice President sees mediation by other countries as the only way out and asks countries intervening to prevail on the United States to stop interfering and to respect the rules of multilateralism. These interventions have already started with the mediation called the Norway Dialogue.
Últimamente, hay que destacar el esfuerzo.
The government of Norway has promoted a dialogue between the government of President Maduro and the opposition in Venezuela. We have had 2 meetings. Of course, this is not easy, but we have to insist in the dialogue, because the only solution for the Venezuelan problems is in the direct conversations between Venezuelans.
Nigeria is one of over 50 other countries and organizations such as the United Nations who recognizes the government of President Nicolas Maduro, while countries like the United States, Canada, and some Western European countries recognizes Guaido as acting president. Moyo Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.